Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So as I just finished filming my giveaway video, so if you haven't checked that out, please head over to that video and look in the description box below to see how you can enter. But today's video is about my drugstore hits and misses. Yeah, of course, going in the drugstore, it's not like Sephora, so you can't just go in and try stuff on. Some drugstores are more compliant with that matter than others. But for the most part, there are certain things that you can't try there, and so you may go home and encounter some issues, right? So I'm going to show you some of the products that I have found to be really, really great, and some of the products that I have just thought, oh my gosh, why did I just waste my money? So I'm going to jump right in. To start things off, I'm going to start with the misses, because I feel like the hits can be like the grand finale at the end. So for the misses, I am going to start with this Lise Watier concealer wheel. Now, this is a weird one. It is a drugstore item, but it's not cheap. Like, drugstore is supposed to be cheap. This one is like $20-something. If you are in Canada, I think you can find this. I'm not sure if you can find this in the States, but I found this in the drugstore. And I don't like it at all. I find that the concealer, it's a concealer and let's see, it's called a portfolio corrector. So it does have, this is the one that was recommended to me for dark skin tones. And it has different sections at the back. It looks like this that indicates what each of the shades are used for. Either way you put it, I find it to be very chalky. It doesn't go on the skin really well. It doesn't like, I would say like not melt into the skin, but it's just difficult to work with. It's very chalky and harsh, and the texture is just not my thing. If you guys have ever tried this and you have a different opinion, please, I'd love to know, because I just don't like it at all. My next miss, I'm gonna have to say, is this L'Oreal True Match concealer stick. I don't know what I expected, but from this concealer, I don't know. It's just, I love the fact that you can just use the stick, but in terms of pigment, I guess it does work in a subtle manner, but it doesn't act like a concealer. Like, if I was to say compare it to my MAC concealer, it is nothing comparable at all. It can do a little, sometimes if you see my brows and they might be slightly highlighted, like you can barely tell, this is what I use on it. So it gives like for super natural look. So if you are a makeup lover or you're just getting into makeup and you don't want to try anything a little bit more bold, I guess this might be suitable for you, but it was like a miss for me because it's not what I expected. Another miss for me is this Milani brow stick. Now, this is the one that I saw that I would believe is for dark skin or people with darker high eyebrow hairs. I can't. But it, oh my gosh, it just does not work well. The application is just gross. It just goes on so strange. It's not like a pencil, and it's not really, obviously it's not liquid. It's like this weird gooey like cream formula, and the color is so off. It's nothing like what I'd expected. It just leaves your brow looking like you just smeared them on or something. I don't like this at all. I found this to be a huge miss for me because it's not what I expected. And next miss is definitely this 8x8 Volume Express Mascara by Maybelline. Nothing special. It's mascara, and I don't think this is going to be very surprising to anyone because a lot of mascaras in the drugstore are just mediocre, and that's what this is. It's not like it didn't work, because yeah, there's color in there, it's black, but it's just nothing special. Miss. The next thing that I'm going to show you is this Revlon Nearly Naked. You know, in the past I feel like I said that I liked this, but the more I saw it on me, I find that it's like, it works and it doesn't at the same time. It's just, I don't know, it's just not a very, it's in the color deep, and I don't find it to be very deep because no matter how much I try to work with it, sometimes I feel like it's just so, it's off. And so maybe it's the selection more than necessarily the product. The product itself is okay, but yes, it does not compare to high end. And that's the whole point of drugstore makeup, is it's when it's a hit, it's like comparable to products that you'd spend a lot of money for. So I don't find this to be comparable to that at all. I was gonna cheat and throw in a sixth thing for my miss, and it was this CoverGirl what? Ready Set Gorgeous. Why don't I know this? It's this CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous concealer. I did try the foundation, and I really like the foundation, but this concealer, once again, is not what I expected. Look at it. It's super light, and this is a color that's available to dark girls. At least I haven't seen any other shade there for us. So it doesn't really do much for me in terms of highlighting. Like, if I put it on, it's the slightest highlight. You can't really tell at all. It's not good for the brows because it doesn't do anything. It's very liquidy, so it will not highlight your brows by any means. And yeah, it barely highlights underneath. It just might brighten it up a little bit. So it's okay for that, but it's, once again, nothing special. I wouldn't waste my money on it if I'm trying to look for a real concealer that will brighten and highlight. It's very subtle. Subtle is the word, yeah. So now on to the goodies, the things that I found to be awesome products from the drugstores. I'm gonna begin with this Sonia Kashuk, what do you call it? Rich bronzer, I guess, bronze. It's in the color Rich Bronze, but it's a bronzer. And it looks like this, and it is really, really great for contouring. I am not one to contour very often, but this does work for that. I feel like I'm looking all greasy on camera. Holy mackerel. But anyways, well, it is a cream formula, so you do require a cream brush. Yeah, cream brush to apply it. So it works really well. You perhaps could use your finger, but I'm not that good at contouring, so I don't trust myself to do that. But that's a great product. The next product that I'm going to show you are these, well, I'm only showing you one, but is this Milani Baked Blush in Rose d'Oro. I don't know how to pronounce that. I think that's how you pronounce it. But it is a beautiful color. It looks like that. Let me see if you can see it on my skin. And it looks like that on... Yes, I just like pinched my skin there. So anyways. But yeah, that's what it looks like. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous color. Don't need a lot. These baked blushes are super pigmented. They can have you looking like a clown if you don't watch yourself. A next product that I found to be amazing is this Hard Candy Sheer Envy Primer. It also says it's a color corrector, and I think it actually does help with that. It looks like this. It retails for, I think I bought it for like $7.99, and I'm not kidding you when I say that it's comparable to this. If not, I think it's actually better, because I was debating if I like this product a lot. This is actually better than this, and this was $7. This was $60 for this product. Mind you, it does last a long time, and this is what we call high-end makeup, but I didn't think it was necessarily all that fancy. In the end, I find this Hard Candy primer to be far better. I like the fact that it doesn't give me that ghostly effect, and it says it balances skin tones, and I think it actually does it, because I find that my skin looks like a complete tone, I guess, one solid tone after I applied. The application process is very similar to this. It is, it's like the same kind of consistency, same formula, and it's like 1/6 the price, cheaper than that. Like, isn't that ridiculous? So if I were you, I'd buy this and not this. And I don't really even own many products by Hard Candy, so for me to even say that, that's pretty darn amazing. The next products that I'm going to show you are these Glam Eyes by Rimmel London, and I'm showing you two of them because these are the two that I have from that collection, and I've used these. I've owned these. I've had these for like years, maybe 2 or 3 years now. So these are pretty darn cool. They work really well. They're super pigmented and they're not that expensive. They're pretty inexpensive. I think you can find them in the store for $8. I don't think I ever really pay full price for them. You can find them in the drugstore on sale all the time, especially in like Shoppers Drug Marts and stuff like that. So those are good finds in the drugstores if you're looking for eyeshadow. Another good find for me, so it's a hit in the drugstore, is this CoverGirl clean face powder. This one is for normal skin, so it's a pressed powder, and this is in the color Tawny. As you can see, I actually hit pan on this. This I honestly find to be somewhat comparable to my mineralized skin finish. It's not mineralized, but it does provide such coverage. Like the mineralized skin finish can actually provide coverage without you wearing foundation. And especially if you have decent skin, like if you don't have to cover up anything in particular, like this is amazing for that. And yeah, I've hit pan on it. It sells for about $8 in the store, and I like the fact that you can find at least a decent range of color shades. I bought this the first time and it was a complete miss because I was like a shade off. It was like Soft Honey, which used to be my color back in high school. Somehow the formula has changed and now it's on to my color is Tawny, which is very different to me. But yeah, it works amazing, and I can't say much more than that. It's really good. If you're looking for a powder, you don't want to spend an arm and a leg at MAC, especially just to get like their standard pressed powder, like the Studio Fix powder. If you don't want to get the mineralized, I would go for this. This is a really great find in the drugstores. My last thing that I'm going to showcase is by Marcel, and I have had this, guys, I've had this product for like so long, and to me I considered it a big miss the entire time because I don't know, it just wasn't going on right. Maybe I think back then when I was trying to wear it, I was not really wearing foundation, so it just doesn't look the same on just your skin without foundation. When you wear a foundation, it actually looks really good, and I actually found it to be a good find now. So it is actually what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. You can't barely see it because I feel like I look like a grease ball today, but this is what it looks like. And let's see if I can swatch a combination of these colors and then put it on my hand. So this is it over here. Now, so it looks weird. Obviously it doesn't apply like that. When you use a brush, it will give you like that perfect subtle glowy look. And it retails for I think $15. So yeah, this is a really good find. And what I love about it, I just love the style of it, like this big round, the big round base pan or whatever, and then the big round mirror. I love the fact that it comes with like this giant mirror, and it is relatively thin to travel with. So that concludes my drugstore hit and misses. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see a more in-depth review on any of the products that I'm featuring in this video, let me know. Please comment below, and I hope you guys are having a good time. Thanks for watching, and much love.